316. Yeah. The home of the Browns. Indy. Yeah. And the one and only LeBron James. #1 draft. Yeah. We bringing it up from Carnate, Cedar. You know what I'm talking about? Euclid. Out as far as motherfucking Bedford to where we at. South. Gate Lane. Holla at us. Grown Blak. Cleveland. Welcome to Cleveland. Welcome.
Let's take a trip to the wasteland. Come on, come kick it with a player, please. Folk flows is hot, I'm a walking laptop. Did jacket for beats, a nigga crack the jackpot. Show flashes of breeze. Grown black niggas got hit straight out of Cleveland. No fake East Coast accent, just grown man shit. Whether clips, rubber grips, we can go handle it. I'm from the city, from the home of Halle Berry and Don King. Dime pieces, hustlers, and plenty of bomb green. Man, I'm from Cleveland. Cleveland is the city I'm from. I got love for these streets, cause that's where I run. Cleveland is my birthplace, where I caught my first case. Mirage Sunday nights, motor on Thursdays. We got streets like Harvard and Euclid. And when it get dark, niggas start getting stupid. Summertime, kick it at Gordon Park. Some people spark blunt, some pour the dark, some pour the light. Some people pop X, some snort the white. We got what you like. I know niggas in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame who ain't never sold a record but can sell you all game. Small chains got cars and they bras name. You trippin' thinking my city ain't off the dog chain. And we won't talk about the corn beefs. I walked a lot of different foreign streets, but I'ma represent the west side, west side. And we gon' kick it on the east side, east side. Then we gon' slide up the way high, way high. Then we gon' kick it down the way, nigga, this. We gon' kick it on the west side, west side. Then we gon' kick it on the east side, east side. Then we gon' slide up the way high, way high. Then we gon' take it down the way, player this.
I'm from the land, understand, no coast to ocean. Just a lake and some flakes to keep that dough in motion. Same place where LeBron brought life to the Cavs, where Ali and Jim Brown said fuck the draft. And it seems other cities might have learned from us. Before they burned South Central, man, we burnt down Huff. This the jungle, we gorillas, no monkeys or chimps. Man, my city is the reason good game a pimp. From the rats to the dimes, got the best of the best. From the clubs to the drugs, nice place to invest. We eat food like Polish boys, wings with sauce. And you could order fish dinners out of somebody's house. We got the Honeydew Lounge cocktail in the mix. And Mr. Albert's got them gators for your pimped outfits. If you ever in the city, holla at Grown Blak. Cause Cleveland is ours and we know where it's at.
We gon' kick it on the west side, west side. Then we gon' kick it on the east side, east side. Then we gon' slide up the way high, way high. Then we gon' take it down the way, player this. We gon' kick it on the west side, west side. Then we gon' kick it on the east side, east side. Then we gon' slide up the way high, way high. Then we gon' take it down the way, nigga this.
Come on down with a nigga, come on down with a nigga, come on down with a nigga down the way. We gon' get the party started with my nigga Ray and Dumas and the Morgan family from the K. My nigga Egg Bay, Rock Cedar, Sheba, y'all. The Plaza got Monkey Paw. The new Longwood PJs look good. The skyline, the city, it's all love. Hit Carolinas, RD's red to bang. You can get something to eat, drink, and do your thing. City Blue got that fit for you. New flavor got some shit. Sunny days and we love to kick it. Grown Blak, bumping out the back seat, blowing vent. Because life is a bitch. Watch how much leeway you get the next man to better his hand.
We gon' kick it on the west side, west side. Then we gon' kick it on the east side, east side. Then we gon' slide up the way high, way high. Then we gon' take it down the way, Pippin. We gon' kick it on the west side, west side. Then we gon' kick it on the east side, east side. Then we gon' slide up the way high, way high. Then we gon' take it down the way, nigga, this.
This the land of shattered dreams and crack pipes. Hot player, you can get robbed with a jackknife. All depends on what you like to do. I have to invite you to spend in a night or two. On the east side, that's the side I'm from. You need a sack or whatever, think I can find you one. Grown folk just call me, about to meet me at 8. We be all over the place, out in Geauga Lake. I'm BCO, Brick City for life. We done posse'd up, running the city tonight. We running red lights, trying to get to the spot. Nigga, I'm VIP, pimping in the parking lot. This the 216, I'm out Rockside Road. Some couple brizzies, some couple odd years old. At the chaos, it's Kitty City and shit. Still about to go down. Nigga, in any event, Grown Blak is rapping. We popping bottles of mo, doing my 1-2. East side flow. Martha Monroe. I'm out to the smooth, man.
We gon' kick it on the west side.
Shout out to my baby mama, I love you, boo boo. I love you too.
Take it down the way, player this. We gon' kick it on the west side. We gon' kick it on the east side. Then we gon' slide up the way high. Then we gon' kick it down the way, nigga this.
Cleveland.
What's up? The mics is hot, man.
Cleveland.
The people can hear you, man. Okay. If you listening, man, we got Grown Blak in the building, baby. Alright? I'm letting you know, man, it's about to be some real good energy in here, y'all. So if you're watching, man, we're going to get started in just a few minutes. So please hit that share button. Hey, Tim. Tim, he said he can't hear none in the headphones.
It's got to be plugged up again under the. It's got kicked out again. I gotta unplug it. Plug it up. My bad.
6-2 in the house.
If you're watching, man, please hit that share button. I got Grown Blak in the building, baby. We're getting started in just a couple of minutes. We got about 3.5 minutes before we go live. You hear them?
It's us.
It's us.
We finally got here. We made it.
Man, we got the corner
hundreds
guy in the
and
building.
tens.
The corner guy is there. I see y'all in the comments already. What up, Fluff? Fluff is here. Ashley is in the building. What's up, Rosabelle? Ulysses is in the building. Naughty is in the building. What up, Christy?
Christy.
Man,
what up, Jess?
And Lisa. You know Lisa gonna
we
say
love you, Lisa. We love you,
Lisa.
I like it. All the honey.
Oh yeah, the ladies love the Las Vegas show, baby.
They love Cleveland.
Where my fellas at, though?
There's a couple fellas in the building. There's a couple fellas in the building, man.
Grown Blak up in this
Can I say this, man?
What up, Frank?
It's like Mike Tyson's smoke box up in here. For real, man. This is crazy, man. This is drink champs.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We got some
light and dark, and they drinking whole cups.
We gonna have some fun tonight, man.
They got barbecue and cold cuts. They got light and dark,
Do the cold
and they
cut.
drinking whole cups. How about
Do
that?
the cold cut.
Grown Blak in the house.
Man.
Where the empanada
Grown
lady at,
folk.
man? Y'all was on this bitch eating empanada.
Hey.
Man, come on, man. You missed that.
That corned beef empanada.
You missed that, man. You about a week too late, baby.
Maria.
This motherfucker.
I'm gonna have to call her and get her
Shout
back.
out to my nigga
My
Gov.
little West Side Story.
What's up, G?
He tried to. You gotta fix me. He said they got
I don't
kicked out.
know why
of
you
their
ain't here,
table.
Glove, but shout out to you. My nigga Ran Dosh was good. My nigga T-Ran Rex, you know what I'm saying, up there off Union, 116th. What's up, y'all? We in the house.
Grown Blak
Down
in
the
this
way.
motherfucker.
Down the way.
You just missed
Hey.
it, man.
Cleveland
We just had 2
Heights.
fingers on the phone,
What's
man.
up, y'all?
We was trying to get it.
What's up, Paycheck? What's up, Check?
I told him she don't even understand.
What's up, my
They
nigga
don't
Double
know.
O?
Get that Jack Gear.
What's up, my baby mamas?
Get that
Nicole.
Jack Chance, that Jack Gear.
What's up, Kelsey? What's up, Cinderella?
The
What's
Fluff
up,
says,
Rock
the
with
Fluff
the
said
Glock
you
and
like
the
barbecue. You gotta
stocking?
save him a plate,
Let me
bud.
see that lighter, E.
And what's up, Chase?
I got you,
son.
Fluff. I actually got you, Fluff.
You.
He got one. Lighters
So,
everywhere,
yeah.
motherfucker.
Like I said,
What's up, my nigga Jew Daniel?
But don't be mad if I take a bite of your
Crazy
burger.
Yeti. What's
Before I
up,
give it.
baby?
on camera until I introduce you.
All right.
Why you ain't here, man?
what I'm getting ready to do.
Lean over this way a little bit, though.
Call Crazy Eddie, man.
Yeah.
Call Crazy Eddie, man.
Which way, Tim?
Hey,
way?
2 fingers.
Slide over just a
Keith
little bit.
Cochran.
There's your camera right there. So
What's up, y'all? What's up, my
Eric Berry
young...
out there. He out there throwing out governments and shit, man. hey, Cat, you in charge of Eric Berry tonight, man. You in charge of him tonight, man.
They got me on the
Ain't
leash.
put it on me this
Hey,
time.
man,
They
we
got me
about
on
to
the
have a
they
good
put
time.
they
Y'all
already
see,
got me
man,
on the leash.
the
Now they got
pregame
me
here
on the
is
short
strong.
leash. So like I was saying, man, what's up to my young boys? What's up to my nephew? OMF Moo. Rock with the Glock and the mask stocking.
Matter of fact, it's 7 o'clock, Buck. Let's go. It's time.
The following presentation is rated Lexx. Would not recommend without adult supervision.
Hey yo, Day. You ready?
You know I'm ready.
Hey, Collab. You already know we ready. Turn the motherfucking music. Let's go.
We in the land and we rockin' with Lexx, baby. I love this world like Jupiter where you rain. He giving the kosher flavor, securing all of his paper. His words might sting like a tape, but he accurate like the laser. Let's get it. Hot topic. Tune in cause he get it poppin'. They sayin' he out of pocket. Tell hatin' to stop it. It's Red Line Radio. Mr. AKA. Respect the queen, but fuck these hoes. Better
It's another one, man. It's another Thursday night over here at Redline Radio, which means it's another episode of the Lexx Vegas Show. And as always, I'm your host, Lexx Vegas, a.k.a. Smarty McFly, a.k.a. Peter Popoff, a.k.a. the Dirt Diggler, a.k.a. Handsome McGee, a.k.a. the South Jacks All-Star, a.k.a. your baby mama's boyfriend, a.k.a. the Coochie Crook, a.k.a. the connoisseur of cunnilinguists, a.k.a. Young Hucker Buck, a.k.a. man, look, man, listen, we're gonna get to him in a minute, man, but I'm telling y'all heard it. We got grown Blak in the building, man. We're gonna get to him in a minute, man. These dudes ain't messing around either, bruh. These dudes are legends in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? They taught me a lot over the years, you know, priceless knowledge and shit. You know, they taught me everything from dealing with these females and shit to dealing with the streets and shit. You know, I used to have problems like picking the wrong women and shit. You know, when I was younger and shit, I used to have problems just so I hollered at King Hugh. You know what I'm saying? I asked him, I said, Unc, what am I doing wrong, man? And he looked me dead in the shades, man. And he said, hey, bruh.
It's the hoes you let pass that's giving up the ass. It's the hoes you let pass that's giving up the ass. It's the hoes you let pass that's giving up the ass. It's the ones that holla at that's giving up the grass.
I got it, man. I got it, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes that ain't enough, man. Sometimes that ain't enough. So I had to navigate through the streets a couple times, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm walking up and down Glenmont. I'm walking up and down Belmar, Hillcrest and shit, you know? A lot of faces, a lot of grimy ass cats. So who better to holler at than grown folk? AKA the Monkey Malice. So I said, I noticed that, you know, when you ain't with the team, you pretty much stick to yourself, you know what I'm saying? Why is that? And folk told me,
player hate niggas put my biz in the street. Steady talking up my game, I've been kicking for whip. Flow deep in the Jeep, trying to creep on me. Trying to get back what they once received. Player hate niggas put my biz in the street. Steady talking up my game, I've been kicking for whip. Ain't no pussy for sure to be pure or yours. Stop kicking down my door, starting wars.
Bet that, man. Bet you know it's a lot of pre-gaming going on in here, man. You know, it's a lot of pre-gaming going on, you know what I'm saying? And they know what pre-gaming mean, you know. I was up and down the roads with these cats, you know, them late night studio sessions, them hotels with the broads and shit, you know, getting chewed as gum like the boy Hachima say, you know, ready to tap out and shit. And then I look at this motherfucker mouthpiece. And I say, what's up, man? I ain't got it, man. I ain't got enough in me. And he looked me in the shades and he said,
if you think I'm not right now, wait until tonight.
Eyes from the back with the floor of the sacks are out of town. Head crack. I feel it, man. I damn sure feel it. You know? And I would dare to say that I probably got the most knowledge from Agent Matt Bragg, a.k.a. Mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying? Unc taught me how to spit, you know what I'm saying? Unc taught me how to move with charisma, with polish, with respect and all that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, and I went to him and I asked him to explain, you know what I'm saying? I said, Unc, how do you get it done? But before I can even get it out, I got about halfway out and he looked at me like,
shut the fuck up with grown black niggas talk. Shut the fuck up with grown black niggas talk. Shut the fuck up with grown black niggas talk. Shut the fuck up and keep walking.
AKA the prolific shit talker, man. I'm talking shit, I'm talking this shit, I'm talking that shit, man. I'm talking a whole lot of grown black shit, man. But just remember the one name that you keep in your motherfucking mouth is
Mr. AKA.
Cause I'm in the building, man. It's so damn smoking here I can't even see. Alright? But I'm in the building. Tim Buck, where you at?
I'm right here, nigga. I'm hard to miss, nigga. I'm hard to miss.
Nigga, I said it's smoking here. I can't see shit, nigga. My eyes burning and shit.
It might be a little cloudy. It might be a little cloudy.
It's cool. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Corner God, you good? Corner Goddess, you all right? You sure? That ain't sound great. It's about this time that we got to shout out our lovely sponsors over here at the Lexx Vegas Show. Of course, I got to shout out to Sudsy Wee Soul Company.
Sudsy Wee!
Mark and Christy, you know I love you, baby. I wish I could see you, but I can't. All right, there we go. All right, we got to shout out CIA Customs. Y'all see him, Lil Lexx. He in the building. He got his hoes with him. He is here courtesy of CIA Customs. Get at the boy Denver Morales for your custom action figures. He will not look as good as Lil Lexx, but he will get you together, man. And he is here courtesy of CIA Customs. Shout out the Wave Runner clothing line, the boy Waverly West. He got a new album coming out, Kill the Wave Runner. We haven't got an exclusive release date yet, but when we do, we definitely gonna get him on the show, man, and talk about his new album. And of course, we got to shout out our sponsors at the Old World Tavern. Now, speaking of Old World Tavern, I told y'all last week I did release the lineup for my next unapologetically funny comedy event. I told y'all I'm bringing an all-female lineup to Old World Tavern for Unapologetically Funny, which will take place Saturday, July the 29th, man. We got a whole list of lineup of ladies that are coming in to kill that stage. So if you are not at Old World Tavern, fuck you, all right? And of course, on the 28th, we do have the Talk Yo Shit roast battles, man. We got Team Slay versus Team Silly. Y'all know how I do, man. I get them comics up in there and let them roast each other, man, for y'all. Y'all decide who's the winner, man. You know who's funniest. Damn, I can't see shit.
Oh, y'all do that?
We do everything, man. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right? Now.
That's class.
And I would like to shout out that, of course, next week, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all, me and the boy Church, man, we hitting the road for our mini tour, man. Our first stop, we are hitting the Greenwich Comedy Festival in New York City, man. So next Saturday, which is the 22nd, we will be in New York City for the Greenwich Comedy Festival, man. Shout out to the boy Church Boy. Shout out, he just had his first show over here at Redline Radio, man. Church Boys Fellowship.
Hallelujah.
Did some real good numbers. You know what I'm saying? Did some real good numbers, so shout out to the boy Church, man. Make sure y'all supporting him every Monday, 7 o'clock, man. All right? Now that we done got all the announcements out the way, man, let's get to our guest tonight, man. Now these cats, this is a special episode, man, because whether you guys know it or not, like literally my childhood, my teenage years, and I'd even say all of my 20s is sitting around me right now. You know, these cats, we talk a lot about on the show about OGs in the city. They don't get more OG than the cats I got in the building, man. And they released one of the most legendary albums in Cleveland hip-hop history. You cannot say Cleveland hip-hop without mentioning Grown Blak. Welcome to the stage, man.
Grown Blak in the house.
Now, now that you guys have been properly introduced, all right, let's introduce yourselves. We'll start with my right. Tell the people who you are.
King Hilda 6'2", Grown Black representative.
King Hugh, my man. Who they talking about?
Yo, it's Eric Berry, mouthpiece, a.k.a. Young Bond Money.
Young Bond Money. And, of course, in front of me, who we talking to?
You got the Monkey Malice, a.k.a. The Monkey Menace, a.k.a. Grown Folk, a.k.a. Daddy Long Stroke.
There you go.
We here, man.
Okay, so
we here, man.
Now before we jump into the album, I want to talk about the group Grown Blak, because we got 3 in the building, but of course Grown Blak is much more than the 3 that we got in the building. So how did Grown Blak come together as a group?
Facts.
How did Grown Blak come together?
Shit, man, you taking me back now. So before we can even get there, you know, we're gonna have to go back way before then. My headphones not even on, bro. So me and Eric Berry actually, tell him how we met, E.
Seriously?
Tell him I'm real.
You know that motherfucker don't. If you don't remember, he definitely don't remember.
Oh no, this dude brain is like a fucking laptop.
Right.
So how did y'all meet, EB?
I remember, you know, very first, I used to see him coming home from school. You know what I'm saying? I never said nothing to him because, you know, he was from the Heights.
I think I'm from EC.
I mean, you from EC. You from EC, but he went to Cleveland Heights, you know. And me being from, you know, the projects down the way, you know, I ain't know what to make of him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know how to put him together, but we really met playing football.
Okay.
We really met playing football in the street. Touch. 2-hand touch, yeah. Killed y'all niggas.
So that's how y'all met. So
yeah.
So Huey, how did you get in the group?
Man, it was a battle, man, for me to get in the group. Because, I mean, it's like,
talking to the mic.
They you know, they older than me. So, you know, you know what I'm saying? These was my older cats. And you know, folks I used to hang around with, you know, my age and, you know, my clique shit. When I was rapping shit, them niggas was like, shit, this nigga cold. I get around these niggas, man, say they like, you know, back to the lab, nigga. So
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? I really had to step my game up, man. You know what I'm saying? And like fight my way into this shit because I looked up to them niggas on this rap shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when I finally, you know what I'm saying, solidify myself, and if I can make these niggas say woo shit bars, then I know I said some shit. You know what I'm saying?
So kind of back real quick to how me and E met. Like you said, we met playing football or whatever, and I was like, man, you know anybody who rap? He was like, yeah, me. And so I spit something. You know, I can't tell you what I spit, but then and he spit something. I was like, okay, your voice cool. You got a nice voice. You know,
your voice is moist.
Let me say this, man. I thought I could rap till I met Katari. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like Huey was saying, you know, I had to step my game up. You know what I'm saying? He made me step my game up. So it was only fair that we made Huey step his game up.
Two Fingers is in the chat right now, man.
And so
my Two Fingers is watching too.
And so me and E, we was first Agent Orange. That was the name of the group. And then we went from Agent Orange to SOB, Sons of Bitches. And
I remember that.
And he got it tattooed on his fucking hand. He was like, nigga, we Sons of Bitches. And then my homeboy from EC, Rankin Danny D, this nigga had a
and porn. What about porn?
This nigga had a song. I can't tell you the name of the song, but he had a verse or a bar in the song that went, sunglasses so damn black. When me and E used to be clouded, like this nigga was whack as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, but he's my nigga, man. And this nigga was like ABC rap, and he's like, sunglasses so damn black. You can't even see. Little shit like that. It was like that shit. It was so whack. It was cold. It was so whack. It was cold. And we was like, we like the black parts. He was like, man, we some grown ass niggas. We grown black nigga. And so, you know, we became grown black niggas.
That's how we became.
Grown black niggas.
It was that's how GBNs.
Yeah.
Now what about the rest of them? Like you had like Hotchum.
So we went to Heights together. We went to Heights. I met Hotchum cutting class. Actually, this nigga was just in the hallway. He would see me. We would see each other all the time. I was cutting. This nigga would be in the hallway and shit. And so actually, man, during the time that me and E had our thing, I had another group at Heights that I was in. I was just kind of, you know, I was young back then, and I was just in all kind of rap groups and shit like that. So G heard me, Hotch heard me rap. He's like, damn, this nigga cold, you know. And I was like, yeah, you know. And I introduced him to Eric, and then we kind of went from there.
Okay. Yeah. Now what about C? How did C get in the group?
Bird C, man, he came and put the bird shit on it, man. And
yeah.
And when he put the bird,
he went to Heights too, though.
Yeah, he went to Heights. Yeah, we all from the Heights, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, most of us have.
They went to Heights High, right?
We formed that Heights.
I went to John Marshall.
Right.
Y'all went to Heights High, and he went to high school high.
Right, exactly. That too.
We came
John
together.
Marshall was high
we
school
came together
high.
at Cleveland Heights. Actually, that's where we all met. You know.
Okay.
And
the funny thing about Bird City is a song could be done, man, and you know, he'll hear it. You know, he'll just add something to it that you ain't even heard before. You know what I'm saying? It could be.
And
like
you got to put it on there.
And it's just undeniable.
And you got to, because it belong on there.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying?
That's how he just spiced.
He just came in last. You know what I'm saying?
But
Bird C just came in. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the shit, and then just drop shit on it.
Okay.
Like, you know, drop the Bird shit on it.
What was you trying to say, Cat?
So during the time that we were Sons of Bitches is when Two Fingers came in the picture, you know, and Two had the hooks and shit.
What about the Now School?
And I missed that whole era, man. It's like it's so much history in this shit, man.
We was the Now School
first, yeah.
We was the Now School first.
A little bit.
Then
it's
we
really
went to,
low.
To the Agent Orange.
Yeah. And then Sons of Bitches.
He got all them names tatted on him too.
Yeah, I do.
All the groups.
I do.
Now what about? There were also extended members
nah.
of Grown Black. Like what about Robbie Man? Robbie Man was kind of in the group, kind of out of the
group.
Now
that's a whole nother story.
So Robbie Man was a producer. Robbie Man was a producer we met.
Hold on. That was a whole nother thing. How they met Robbie Man, because what was his name? Mike Chapman broke up my crew. You know what I'm saying? He signed Katari and Ed. You know what I'm saying? So
we got Ed. We got Ed.
Right.
Crazy Eddie.
Right. So that's how Robbie Man came and in the
These
play.
niggas was signing Illuminati contracts back
Exactly.
in 90 motherfucking
Exactly.
one.
No, I'm not gonna say that. But real quick for Eddie, Ed was another guy at Cleveland Heights. Like I said, we all formed at Cleveland Heights. That was like the base, you know, the home base. You know, we all kind of came together. And Ed and I actually met battling. We would battle in Heights. Heights had so many rap groups, and so we would battle. And I would just me being an outsider because like I went to Heights, but I'm from East Cleveland, so I'd be battling all them Heights niggas. And Ed was in a group called Coast to Coast, and so I battled them, and he was like, "Oh, this nigga cold." And he was like, "Nigga, get the fuck out of here! You sound like KRS-One." Yeah. So man, that nigga was like, But me and Ed later got cool. We ended up getting cool. He was like, "Yeah, man, you dope or whatever," and then so we all kind of formed like that.
Okay, all right. So now, before we get into the album, I'm gonna throw some. I just want to throw this out there because this I was a part of what I consider one of the most legendary albums of all time. Like, I was in the studio while y'all were recording Adult Rehabilitation. I was maybe 10, and 2 o'clock in the morning in the studio sessions, high shit from contact smoke and shit at 10, but like I was a part of it, and I was there. I was backstage when y'all were headlining the Oregon, things like that. So I feel like, this was a part of my life. Like, I learned how to rap by memorizing y'all verses and spitting them to other beats.
That's crazy.
Like, I would spit one of y'all verses to some Dr. Dre shit, to some Snoop shit. That's how I learned how to rap. And I'm gonna throw something out there. Now I guarantee that the corner guy probably ain't heard this in 20 years, but watch how he react to this shit. I'm gonna say one thing. You ready? Ass, titties, necks, and thighs. Mama boy wings. Mama boy thighs. And that may not mean a lot, but I'm gonna tell you that shit. We used to bump the fuck out of that shit. And the thing was, we used to use it. I'm gonna throw it out there. I put myself out there sometimes, but we used to use that as a signal when say I would hook up with a chick and she brought her cousin and he approved of the cousin. That's how we knew we was both smashing. That's how we knew. We would say that shit. Look.
That's dope.
That's how we knew that we was both smashing. Come on, man. Come on, man. Real shit. Like we were bringing shit, and I look at him. I be like, "We cool." I be like, "Mama boy wings." He be like, "Mama boy fries."
Wow.
And we knew that we
That's
was
cold. That's some cold-blooded shit, bro.
Hey, that's
some cold-blooded shit.
There's a lot of history behind.
That's a compliment, man.
There's a lot of history behind adult rehabilitation. There's something that y'all may not remember. Cat might, but my father sang on the first version of Grown Man. Yeah. He sang the hook. He sang the hook on the first version of Grown Man, and then it was strapped.
So he sang on a couple songs. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He sang on a couple. Man, oh my God,
right,
man.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, man. I was in the studio. My pops was singing.
He's such a legend. He was a legend, man.
Your pops had a cut called "What's Wrong with Me, Man."
Yeah,
and that shit was so raw, man.
Yeah, it was so real.
It made me really look at myself,
That was some grown black shit right there.
And
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?
It inspired my solo cut that I had made called "Issues," man. You know what I'm saying? After I looked at him, seeing what was wrong with me, man, I seen I had issues, bro.
He also did he sang on the hook on the song I had called "Power," and it was actually
I don't remember that.
It was like the Ohio Player song,
yes.
Fire, Fire. So he was doing power. The beat was so dope. Vic Vegas did the beat, man. It was dope, man. And
I was there, man.
He was dope. And look, man, I just want to take time, honestly, man, to shout you out, man, because I remember I've known you since you were a kid, a little boy, man. And it's just amazing to see how far you've come and to see you a grown man now. Because I remember you just as a little boy. You must have been like 8 or 9. Yeah. And look at you, man, like a grown man, and you've been doing your thing, man. So, man, much respect, brother. Much respect, man.
Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it.
Good job,
but
Blak.
tonight is about Grown Black, man. So let's jump into the album, man. Let's jump into Adult Rehabilitation, man. So I'm gonna ask I'm gonna ask each member, what was your very favorite track on Adult Rehabilitation?
Oh man, it have to be the ups and downs.
The ups and downs. Okay.
And
try talking to Mike more, please.
I say the ups and downs because it was like
you still can't get me, bro.
The first time I just had took a beat in the group and just.
I ain't want to interrupt this.
Yeah, I can't hear shit.
It was the first.
Everybody
time.
loud enough, you'd be able to hear him without him. Like I just got him on for the music.
Just don't sing fire no more, nigga.
That shit was loud.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn, I wish I could hear it, man. I wish I could hear this shit.
Then the comments about the notes you was hitting.
I wish I could hear this shit.
It's all good, man.
I can't hear it.
Eric Berry, Mouthpiece,
Yeah.
Ancient Matt Bragg. What is your favorite
Yeah.
track from Adult Rehabilitation?
Man, a couple of them joints that I wasn't even on, man.
It ain't gotta be something you was on. What is your favorite track?
It would have to be Ups and Downs too.
Okay.
It would, and then Killer Vampire Bitches. Bro.
We're gonna talk about that. We got to talk about that.
That
All right,
track-
we're gonna come back to that.
that track,
we're gonna
man,
come back to that.
brought some
But
of the
before
best
you even
shit
get
out
there,
of
Cat, what was your favorite track on Adult
I got a
Rehabilitation?
couple, but one that stand out, I guess, would be "Have you ever in your long-legged life?"
Hit a sister, then she went to get her, but your knife.
Yeah, man. That shit was so cold. How he rode that beat, pause. It was so cold, man. It was just cold, man. How he just that nigga rode that.
Yeah,
track,
y'all killed. That's one of my favorite
You
cuts.
did too, bro.
That's one of my favorite cuts. I'm gonna
killed
take
that
now
shit.
my favorite cut on the album, just because of my type of music. I still bump it to this day. Is POD. That's POD. POD is this. I had Timbuktu listening to POD before y'all got here, and he did not want to turn that shit off. I'm like, Tim, we gotta get started.
Yeah,
He
was
like,
fire.
hold on. But I'm gonna tell you the cut that I think y'all snapped on the most, honestly, was Rest on the Top. Rest on the Top. When Cat came and set it off. He set it off.
Before the Iron Mike
did and all these hoes had kids. I had ideas to assaort after malt liquor beers. Needed some grands in my hand. Telling my man it's a pussy shortage. I went to school for game, but they never taught it. But I'm gonna say that set it off.
Yeah,
but
man,
when
that
Huey
was
comes in at the end, as soon as Huey say, check the wreck, you about to know he's about to murder this shit. Check the wreck. The upper deck of the South Jets, a 40 and ST, walking up Hillcrest. I met her with Matt B in the back of his taxi with a grown black maxi and a sack in his khakis. Man, listen.
Hey,
I'm trying to tell you.
Was sneaky cold. This nigga was sneaky
was.
cold, man.
He was.
I'm telling you, man.
He stepped it up too. He stepped it all the way up.
Too, man.
He
You know what I'm
did.
He
saying?
stepped it all the way up
And
too,
he
man.
right.
Gorilla
He did
your
have to
beats.
fight his way into the group,
Come
man.
back with these niggas, man, saying some bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But you had some of the most memorable moments on the album. Now somebody gotta answer. Somebody gotta explain some shit, man. One of you motherfuckers gonna explain Killer Vampire Bitches from Out of Town Ghettos.
Right.
Okay.
I know.
First off, I'm glad I wasn't in the studio because I need to know how high y'all was when y'all came up with this song. Okay, to talk about ghetto hood rat vampire bitches from out of town. I need to understand how high y'all was.
Hey,
But the track was dope. It was dope.
This dude came with that hook, and I wasn't so sure at first, but when he dropped his verse, when he kicked what he kicked, I said, man, this nigga is the coach.
Shout out to my dude, my man Horace in PA, man. That was his favorite cut, man. He's be like, man, put on that Killer Vampire Bitches,
Yeah,
man.
Man, I couldn't.
shit, man.
As I got older, the cut just changed for me. When I was younger, it was just like, okay, they talking about vampires, they telling a story. But like now, I'm like, as I got older, I'm like, these cats was really
I went
in
on
the,
tour,
in
took
the
a trip.
studio, like and told a story. It wasn't even like every verse was a story. It wasn't like y'all was just like rapping to the shit. Y'all were literally telling a different. There were 4 verses that told a different story about the same shit.
I'm gonna tell you where it came
rapping.
from. Me and Crazy Eddie were at Central State at the time. We were, enrolled at Central
What
State.
up, Dave?
In college and shit, and we were meeting women from different cities. You go to college, man. You meeting chicks from Detroit, DC,
That's the
everywhere.
Central
You know,
State.
and it was a HBCU. It's a black school, so all these women were from the hood, basically. Like
Killer
us.
Vampire Bitches.
And so that's how that came about. That's how they came about.
Okay, so Now that was the cut that Robbie Man was. Did Robbie Man produce Killer Vampire Bitches?
Yeah,
because that was the cut.
And
That was the cut on the album that he was on.
Him and I actually did the hook part that what you hear is Parliament, the Syndrome. So
Right.
I added that. So I think Robbie Man did the beat, and then I put the samples together. So him and Robbie Man and I did that together.
Shout out to Ock.
Has anybody talked to Robbie Man lately? When's the last time anybody heard from Robbie?
Robbie Man is still doing it. Robbie Man on Facebook. I can't think of his Facebook handle right now, but I mean,
Robbie Man on Facebook.
He got a different name.
I probably wouldn't even know. If I walk past Robbie Man right now, I probably wouldn't even know who the fuck he was.
Fuck you,
He's still Robbie Man, still the same, the monster.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? So when I moved back to Cleveland back in 2015. I linked up with Robbie Man, and he had a whole motherfucking wall of beats. And he was just, because I was still trying to do it back then, and he was like playing shit. He was like, this the Pimp Crate. And he pulling beats out the Pimp Crate and shit. And that man, all them beats were fire. All of them was fire. I mean, I wrote to a couple of them, but we never recorded nothing. But he's still doing it.
Man.
Okay. Now, fast forward. So at the beginning of the show, we played Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Okay. That y'all were still that was you said Cleveland came out in what 2005. So y'all have been pretty much 20 years in the game.
Well, actually, that came out. That was actually taken off the first Guerrilla Beats. I think that was it, and we carried that song over and shot the videos for it. We had previously recorded. Well, him and Ed actually, that's another song I had to fight on my way on. You know what I'm saying? Because I come in the room, this song done. This got him and Ed verse. I'm like, shit, y'all niggas crazy, y'all. This
That is so right. So he right about that. That's exactly how that happened, man. He did.
I
That nigga was like,
fucked up. Huey's always been a bully. Huey probably don't remember. Huey kicked me out the studio once. Okay, no, this real shit. When y'all was recording down there, I don't know, I don't remember the name of the studio, but it was down there off Superior, like 32nd and Superior.
Okay,
and I walked in the studio one day. I was down there one day, and I recorded some tracks, and they told me to come up and check out a mix. So I got there a little early, and Grown Blak was in the station, and Huey sitting there, he eating this shit, and all I hear is Huey in the corner like, man, I don't give a fuck who that nigga is. Who the fuck is he walking in my station? Get this nigga up out of here. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna leave. At the time I was like 19, so I'm like, and he was like,
where were you talking about?
12.
He said 24. He said 24 for Superior.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that guy.
I think he talking about
Full-Time Factory.
Yes.
Oh shit, I don't remember that.
24 for Superior.
Yes, down there when y'all was down there recording down there. I came down there and Huey said, "Get the fuck out."
I remember that though.
Over the Full-Time Factory.
He don't remember that shit. Ain't that a bit? Nah, I remember that shit. All right, but no.
I got a clouded memory.
Hey man, we made some of the best music down there, bro.
Yeah, man, that was.
I don't remember that.
Music that never got nowhere.
Being down there.
I'm talking about some of the coldest stuff I ever
You was in
created.
Alabama, I think.
Yeah. So I was in school. I was in college at a lot of times during that.
Right, I remember you going back,
recording.
like coming back from Alabama and everything, because we linked up a couple times after you came back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness,
I
the
missed
trip to
a lot of that
Alabama.
Now let's talk about Cleveland though. So you said you had to bully your way on the track. Okay, so now Cleveland, like if you people that was watching the video, they were in the comments like, and it was like a from 2023, it was almost like a throwback. You know what I'm saying? All the things that y'all were showing in the video, all the things that y'all were talking about, y'all were showing the motor, y'all was talking about the chaos, y'all was talking about, y'all was up and down Superior, City Blue, all that.
Then.
Y'all can pour this shit on camera. Y'all just don't leave a bottle here. They all up on the table and shit. I'm just saying, you can pour this shit. We just don't want this.
Like you light it? No, man, you light it.
Now, there's a remix. There's a remix of Cleveland that got Lazy Bone and Ray Cash on it.
Right.
So how did that remix?
Ain't B's on there?
And B's. Okay. So how did y'all link up with Ray Cash and Lazy Bone and B's to do the remix?
So I was a substitute at Shaw. And Huey called me one day and was like, nigga, we about to do the remix. I got Lazy Bone and Ray Cash. I was like, damn, for real? How you get them niggas? Like, how you get them niggas?
Man, them are some heavy hitters, bro. Them heavy hitters, bro.
And at the same time, shout out
them
to
heavy hitters. You talking about
Ray Jr. Ray Jr. was also a sub with me back then. We were both substituting that shot. And I used to be telling him.
Hey, they was looking for you. King Hugh said he was looking for them empanadas. You ain't here. I see in the comments, man. She ain't here though, man.
What them corned beef empanadas at?
Don Pizzle in the building. Club Pizzle checking in.
Hey, if you watch this, now I'm gonna just say this, man. If you watch The Horror of Dolores Roach, man, you might not never eat another empanada. I'm gonna just say that.
Ooh, I guess we ain't about to watch that shit video because I like empanada, so we ain't watching that shit.
Wow.
You can leave that shit where it is.
That's crazy.
Okay, but like how was it like doing the remix, like knowing that you got Lazy Bone, you got Ray Cash, who both were at the time popping at the time.
Let me say it.
And bees, bro.
And bees, damn, and bees.
You don't leave bees out, bro.
Damn.
Well, see, okay, different verses was done at different times also. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that. If you done music, you don't understand that.
I had the pleasure of being there every time somebody put it down, though. You know what I'm saying? When Bees put his down, I'm there. When he put his down, when Lay put his down, when Ray put his down. And I mean, the way, first of all, to be in the fucking studio with Lazy Bone, man. I mean, you already just like, man, damn, what the fuck? So,
right. You there. You made it. You made it, bro.
He come in and he's so fucking cool. He shows so much love. He's so professional and he put it down. And then when the song came together, because Ray Cash went last, and this little motherfucking cool ass little nigga just come in that bitch, man, and did one take and was gone. And his shit was so cold, he just spelled the whole city out. C for the cash, L for the low. Prices that my nigga let me give for the dro. E for the X, V for the vest that you might need when you ride through the sets. Hey, that nigga came down, put that shit down, man.
That's a classic.
So love, man. Ray Cash, shout out, man. That's the homie right there.
That nigga cold, man.
Bees, shout out to Bees.
Yeah, oh man, my nigga,
Train,
Bees, my nigga. To me, my opinion, Bees is like one of the coldest MCs
Bees still
of all
cold right
time.
now.
Of all time. I ain't talking about Cleveland. I'm talking about of all
Bees,
time.
they
That
all-
nigga cold.
Yeah, him and
He
Lazy.
is, man.
Him and Lazy too.
That
And,
nigga cold, man.
cold.
Bees and Books. Books was cold too,
Yo,
nigga.
Books was cold,
nigga.
too.
Books cold.
Books
man.
was cold.
Built to
What-
last, nigga. Them niggas
What's the
cold.
other dude?
Train
Was cold too.
Yeah.
All his partners was cold. I mean, he wouldn't even let you rap with him unless you was cold.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bruh. Cleveland, low key, is like a whole ass real hip hop city, man. I remember going to the Fresh Fest back in the '80s. I watched Roxanne Shante introduce Big Daddy Kane to the world. I used to go. The old Fresh Fest at the old Cleveland, Public Auditorium downtown. They had 2 stages at the Fresh Fest. They had them every year, and the main stage would be, the main stage, and then they had the other stage back here where the local artists would be. Roxanne Shante, she came on stage. She was like, "Yo, I'm sorry, my plane was late. Excuse my hair." She did her little songs and shit. She was like, "But I want to introduce y'all to my homeboy from Brooklyn. He from my hood. His name Big Daddy Kane." That nigga came out and spit. I was like, "Damn, this nigga cold for real. This a real ass fucking rapper. A New York rapper." So that definitely inspired me to go back to the lab and be cold. Just watching somebody from New York, from Brooklyn.
Big Daddy Kane
That's
don't
what
know
I be
my
saying
girl, I'ma tell her about.
About how they was older than me. You know what I'm saying? He was at the Fresh Fest. I was like 6.
Hey, you wasn't that motherfucking young.
Hey, for the start, you always thought that I was older than Cat.
You're right. For the start, you always thought I was older than Cat. Yeah.
Hey, so going back to the album, Adult Rehabilitation. Like to this day, that people are still seeking out that album. Like, that album is almost 30 years old now.
Man, is that old?
Well, I'm saying it came out with 93. We agreed it was about 93 that Adult Rehabilitation dropped.
It got dropped in 95.
95.
Okay, so 95. Okay. So 95. So that was right after Bone dropped. And Bone kind of defined the sound of the city because they were the national artists. So by you following up and that sound being defined as the city, how did y'all stick to the formula?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Instead of not trying
that's a
to
good
follow
question.
what they doing.
That's a very good question because actually, now what Bone album are you referring to?
The first one.
We're talking about the first national album, which was Creeping on the Come On. We're not talking about the Faces of Death.
So that's
and all
what
that
I'm
stuff.
talking about.
But see, like that people didn't know Bone until they didn't know Faces of Death until after Creeping on the Come On. That was one of those where I go back now that I like these dudes. Let me see what else they got.
So I'm gonna explain to you. So when Faces of Death came out, that's when I'm at my height That's when I met my coldest. Then and that Faces to Death came out, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, this shit ain't cold.
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm being honest, man. That shit ain't cold. I mean, it wasn't lyrical. It wasn't the beats wasn't cold.
It wasn't
nothing.
cold as us.
It wasn't cold as me.
It wasn't cold as us,
cold as me and my niggas. Is what I felt at that time. So when they did come out with creeping on the come up, I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna check this shit out, and it was dope as fuck, and the shit took off, you know, and much big props to them, man, because those dudes took it to a whole nother level. I mean, you know, those dudes, they won a Grammy, man. I mean, they are like they do define Cleveland.
They are the face of Cleveland.
They do,
They
but I'm
are the
saying at
face
the
of Cleveland.
time when
Don't get it
Faces of Death came out, I was like, nah, hell no, man. Me and my niggas colder than that, and so it didn't really phase me when Creeping on the Come Up came out and the other thing
DJ
came out.
Unique.
But we thought we was colder than them niggas.
DJ Unique.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Dropping
saying?
them beats. Dropping
Yeah,
them
I mean,
beats.
That's how we felt, you know?
yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Rappers was competition back then.
It is rap is
But
very.
Bone to me was undeniable. Deep down inside, I was like, damn, man, some motherfucking niggas got on before us. But
Right.
Creeping on the come up is.
But
Creeping
at
on
the same
come up.
I
time,
love that I
they
love
had
that
their own
that
style.
shit. I still
They had
play
their
that
own,
shit.
bruh. They
I
left
still
here
play
to
that
do it,
shit
and
for,
they was with Eazy-E, bruh.
One
You know what I'm saying?
Play, just back to front to the
Two
back.
said Cat was cold before Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cat,
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
cold.
telling him that on the way
He did.
here.
He told me that. He
Cat
said,
was.
I told Cat cannot. I told him about 3 days ago. I said how you feel about rap now makes no never mind. I said back in the day you were that dude.
Let
I
me
said
say this, man.
You were that
I appreciate
motherfucking
that,
dude.
bro.
Cat,
I appreciate
when
that.
I first met Cat Katori was like LL Cool J, bruh. He
I
was
used to
on that
mimic
level.
myself
You
out
know what I'm
there,
saying?
huh?
He was
That's
listen.
fucked up.
He was on that level of rap. You know what I'm saying? He eventually, man, you know, surpassed. Man, he surpassed like Nas. I watched him go like Scarface. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
I
that's
watched him
cold.
go to his Scarface level.
That's cold.
And then he went beyond that. You know, Cat, when he retired, man, Cat was like one of the coldest, bro. And he was my biggest inspiration as far as
What
rap
niggas
goes.
didn't
I
know
appreciate
is
that.
what niggas didn't know is Katori wrote his raps.
Right.
That
Katori wrote
villains
my-
like us and all that shit.
We
No,
were
he
talking-
didn't write villains like us,
we
bro.
were talking about that,
Bruh.
bro.
He didn't-
prior to villains like us.
Okay, he wrote Harsh Reality. He wrote Dirty White Girl. He
Right.
wrote the Dirty Mac.
Right.
I wrote the rest of that
Dirty
shit.
niggas.
Okay.
Hey, look,
Let's get
and I'm
that.
gonna tell you this.
Okay.
Eric, with a little known fact.
We needed that cleared up. 'cause I
Okay,
thought
yeah,
he did
no, he
write
didn't.
villains
No,
like
he
us.
didn't
A
like
little
really. He didn't
known
write
fact
villains
about
like
Matt
I wrote
Bragg about
villains
I thought
like
he wrote that.
No, he didn't write that. I wrote that.
A little
Go
known
ahead,
fact
man.
about E. E is a hell of an artist, and I'm talking about drawing. Like this dude probably in a whole nother life supposed to be an architect. Like his drawings, man, are so like pinpoint. Like he can draw you and look exactly like you. He can draw this building. Everything is 3-dimensional. I mean, this nigga is cold. He's a graffiti. Everything. He's cold like that. So when we talk about, I wrote a couple verses for him, but he's such an artist. He took that shit. And after a few times of me writing his verses, this nigga came back with his own shit, and I was like, damn, nigga, that's you? You wrote that? Like, he took that shit and ran with it, man, you know, and he had that cold-ass OG voice, you know, and, yeah, man, that nigga E is an artist. He's a true fucking artist, dog.
So I'm gonna ask.
No doubt.
I asked all my guests whatever genre of entertainment they're in, you know, with comedy, with music, with R&B, with hip hop, whatever. So I'm gonna ask with hip hop and by you guys being, you know, 3-4 almost 4 decades in the game.
Shout out Tough Times. What's
Shout
up,
out
bro?
Tough Times. I ain't heard Tough in many years. By y'all being almost 40 years in the game, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna start with Cat, and we are gonna move our way around. Give me your Mount Rushmore hip hop. The 4 coldest MCs of all time, whether they national, whether they local, whatever.
Okay, I'll do that, and I'm not gonna make this no long drawn out thing because my top 5 changes all the time.
Come a little closer to the mic.
My bad. So my top 5 is Brad Jordan.
Okay.
You know, absolutely.
Face.
Motherfucking Rakim.
Okay.
Okay. Motherfucking Biggie.
Got
You know what
that
I'm
big
saying?
on there.
Motherfucking Pop.
All right, you got one more.
Ooh.
You got one.
And,
That last one don't be that simple sometimes.
I know. Damn, because there's so many cold dudes, man. The name. I'm gonna have to say fucking Nas.
Okay.
Fucking Nas, man. Nas is awesome, nigga.
Okay. What about you? Mouthpiece.
Top five.
Your top five. All time.
All time. See, I gotta say the Kiss, my favorite rapper.
Kiss?
For real.
Kiss always been his favorite rapper, right? Man, I used to get so tired of this motherfucker stealing my lock CDs and shit.
I gotta say Face.
Okay.
I gotta even say Ice Cube, bruh. That's what's so crazy. You know what I'm saying? And shit, man.
That last one don't be that simple.
I think I got one more.
It sound good. You got one more.
Man, it's Jigga, man.
I ain't mad at that.
It's Jigga, man.
I ain't mad at that. What about you, Hugh?
I'm gonna go with Face, Q, Pop, Kiss, and Chris.
He wrote the list. He was over here jotting and shit.
KRS-One?
Hell yeah.
KRS-One.
It's only one Chris, nigga, in rap. It's only one
Good
Chris.
list, bro. I mean, it was a battle between KRS too with me. Chris was cold.
You said that you had to fight your way on the tracks. You had to even fight your way in the group. But was there ever kind of like a in group kind of competition, trying to outdo each other on these tracks?
All the time.
All the fucking time. Got your luck.
Rap is very competitive.
If there was a track, like when I was asking y'all about your favorite tracks on adult rehabilitation, if there was a track that you weren't on that you wish you would have spit, what track would it have been, Cat?
Wow.
Wow. I can name no radio version.
Probably POD.
POD.
Probably POD. If he was on POD, it would have been.
I would have liked to hear you on POD.
Yeah, that's what I miss him on POD.
I think I kind of would have liked to hear him on POD
Me too. I would have loved to hear him on POD.
What about you, E?
It's funny you asked that because I was on Rest on the Top.
Yeah, you got the.
I was on Rest on the Top.
So now you come around talking about you got 20,000.
No. I had a verse. Listen. I had a verse on that song. I had a verse on that on Rest on the Top.
No, you do because Two got it. Two Fingers still got that verse.
Huey asked me
on the reels.
This nigga be doing his homework.
Do a favor and let my nigga Young Joe shine.
Okay.
So I let Young Joe shine. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Young.
That's probably I would have loved to been on the one we was just talking about.
Ups and Downs.
Ups and Downs.
Okay.
Ups and Downs though. Ups and Downs.
Yeah,
I wish I would have did.
I said the same thing. Me too. Ups and Downs.
I wish I would have been on that shit. Was wrong, man.
That was a Robbie Man production, by the way.
Okay. Now what about you, Hugh? If it was one track on Adult Rehabilitation that you wish you could have been on,
Some Major.
Wow.
Probably
so many cold ass songs on there that you think about it now.
What's the Have You Ever?
Okay, Walk With My Head Up.
Walk With My Head Up. That's my favorite song on the Adult
Walk With My Head Up.
album.
Walk With My Head Up is the shit.
You have to understand how when we recorded Walk With My Head Up, it must have been like 3:00 in the morning. And a shout out to E-Love, who was there, Gangsta Mizzle.
Okay.
You know, and he had bought some food, motherfuckers. We in that bitch.
Where
drunk,
was we at?
high, out in Akron, Kent, somewhere, you know.
Kent.
When we did the album?
Yeah, Kent, right?
When we did Walk With My Head Up.
We recorded the whole album in one day.
10 hours.
And so, that's what I'm saying. So this was probably
songs,
like 3:00 in the morning.
We just kept going.
And we had been smoking and
Man, we
drinking.
was smoking all night.
And he came through like with a pizza, some pizzas and some wings.
Amazing, man.
And that nigga put the beat on. The engineer put the beat on. He pressed play. And you know that beat hard as fuck. Robbie Man made that beat.
Me and Robbie Man did that.
And I was like, man, it's like everybody in there woke up. It's like 3:00 in the morning. Everybody, you got niggas sleep on the couch and shit, and me eating pizza and wings, and the engineer pressed play.
I couldn't wait to do that song.
That beat came on.
I couldn't wait.
Everybody woke up. And that nigga came on with that verse like, have you ever in your long-legged life hit a sister?
And she was
now who's the chick cussing you out on the song?
That's Andrea. That's Andrea Hamilton. Shout out to Andrea.
She played that beat so cold, man.
Oh, she did her thing on there.
All she gotta do was hear it, bro. Once she hear it, bro, man, one take.
That shit was dope, man. I love that song, man.
She made that song what it was, bro.
My mama put me up for adoption with the option to catch the first flight up out of Hopkins. I never met my real daddy, yet my stepfather was killed.
He got his cap peeled, execution of style and drug deal.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, man.
So y'all was putting down lyrics before the lyrics
Mama
were a
put me
thing
up
in
for
Cleveland.
adoption with the option to catch the first flight up out of Hopkins. Come on, man. Who was saying? Who was rapping like that?
Coochie rap.
Nobody really. No, they wasn't rapping like that, bro.
Now
They was rapping, but they wasn't rapping like that, bro.
The intro to the album. Like y'all were on Cleveland State Radio. CSB.
Oh my goodness.
What's that? Cleveland State.
Yeah.
Radio.
Me, Eric Berry, and Two Finger.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So what made
That
y'all
was
decide?
amazing.
Because you snapped on and that was a free. Was that off the top?
That was off the top, bro.
It was that wasn't all.
It
That
was written, but
It was written. It was.
it wasn't
written,
planned.
but it was spontaneous.
And it wasn't that he didn't write it off that beat either.
We was.
I
we
bet
was,
you guarantee
we
you
was
that.
deep.
It was cold because
Killed that shit.
what was going on was there was a call in. So you know how niggas call in to rap over beats.
If
and
you
shit.
listen to it.
So we promoting the show we about to do. So
At
the
the
nigga
Argonne
called
Ballroom.
in and he like he want to rap. So the DJ like, well, let me put this beat on.
And he didn't like the beat.
He ain't like the beat. He got the headphones on. Mouthpiece got the headphones on. Like shit, I can't. You can hear him like shit. I can't if he don't.
Right.
And then guitar like, let me hear it.
Yeah,
Let me hear it. He
yeah.
said, let me.
Oh man.
He just motherfucker. It was legendary, man. Like that was magic, man.
It had to go on the album.
You can't
know what I'm
reproduce
saying?
that shit, man.
Right, you could never do that again. And you know, like you said, like your audience, they like spontaneous reaction.
Right.
That was what he brought out of us that day in the studio. All of that was just, I
That shit
mean,
was magic,
it was magic, bruh. And I had never heard nobody spit cold like that in my life. The boy was a monster, bruh.
I was young,
Burn them
man.
motherfuckers up.
I was young and hungry. I was young and hungry, bro. I was young and hungry, man.
We was all hungry, man. We wanted
rappers
it.
is a funny thing
Rap,
because
rap,
when you in your groove, yeah, I mix too,
Say it,
nigga. I'm
say
just
it.
rap, nigga. I'm a
Say
DJ.
what you saying,
Rap,
man.
rap,
Say
nigga.
what you were saying.
Rap is funny because when you in your groove, you know what I'm saying. When you know, I can remember us being in our groove. I can remember us being in our groove all together. That's when it's really, you know what I'm saying. That's when the vibe is really cold. When you like, man, and you come to him with your shit, and man, you hear his shit,
Man.
Sometimes, because I can remember, like, man, he'll say some shit. You be like, man, how the fuck I'm supposed to rap after that?
Right.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And a lot
But
of
you
the
know what helped
times,
us? You know what helped
gotta
us?
do it, man.
You know what helped us? Being on the third floor, in Miss Hooten's crib, you know, on the
Yeah.
third floor, that was kind of like the
sitting on the third, getting
Your
chewed
shoes
his
is
gum.
gum.
that was the brain station, man. We all came, and then,
Yeah.
like he was saying, everybody come with their verses. That was the spot. Back then, we was playing Sega Genesis, and then
John
niggas
Madden.
be rapping in the back, and everybody. That was like our meeting.
Mortal
spot.
Kombat.
Shout out to, man.
You
Shout
said
out
it like I wasn't there. I was sitting right there.
Exactly.
A lot of, let me say something. Let me say something.
Shout out to Jubaloosh, man.
Jubaloosh.
man.
What's
Grown
going
Black,
on, man?
And shout out to Shablo, you know what I'm saying?
What's up?
Grown Black, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That ain't
let me say this, man.
Juju dancer.
A lot of the times, you know, with Katari being as, you know, as outstanding as he was, he presented his verse first. So everybody heard his verse first. And we got to go behind him. So we stepped it up, bruh. For real, he was encouraging, man, and he brought a lot of inspiration, you know, to this album, man. And he really took charge, and he set his fucking footprints, man, in the cement, man, on that
Appreciate
album,
that.
man. He got it, and he finessed that
Because you know
man.
what I used to do?
What up, Derek Lamont?
I would write the titles of the song before I wrote the damn song.
Right.
So if the title was cold, like, you know, I'd be like, man, this is what this
And the
is.
hook around the title.
Like some
Everything
weird,
around
crazy
the title.
shit.
The
Like,
hook around the
Should be
title.
called corned beef.
The
or yeah,
motherfucking-
corned beef or peroxide
Right,
bimbo.
and the verses
Some
around the
shit.
hook and the
You know
title.
what I'm saying? He'd be like, damn,
Corned
like, man,
beef.
I'm about to write some cold
See,
ass song to
and
this.
everybody didn't know that.
And trying to get them to follow,
everybody-
follow suit. Like, look, y'all, this what this song is gonna be.
Everybody didn't know to write the title first. Then write the hook around the title.
Right.
Then write the raps around the hook and the title.
Exactly.
Everybody didn't know that, but Katari knew that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got from, you know, his leadership. You know what I'm saying? We knew how to write 16 bars. Everybody didn't know how to write 16 bars. Niggas was writing 30 bars. And it was too many bars, so he had to chop it down. You had 2 verses, you know what I'm saying? You was splitting verses in half and carrying on like that.
Rest in peace to my nigga Porn. Because,
rest in peace, Porn, man. But
because he the one who taught me how to rap.
Katari brought the professionalism.
Not gonna let you
and G,
get that shit out.
Shout out to G, man. Shout out to G, Lil Hotchum. Lil Hotchum brought the business. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
him and 2 Fingers.
I fuck with Hotchum hard, man. I still run into Hotchum all the time, man.
But let me say this, man. 2 Fingers, man. You know he was a lot of drive, man. He was a lot of drive behind the force, man. He was the driving force for real, man. He had us doing shows, man. Remember we was wrecking Peabody's? The Aragon Ballroom?
2 Fingers.
2 Fingers was like the promoter, man. He had us. He was exposed.
He hooked us up with.
He was giving us exposure.
If y'all don't know, they talking about my big brother, man. They talking about my big brother. Shout out where I get the hustle from. Shout out to where I get the hustle from.
Keith Cochran stopping to get his doctrine, nigga.
Keith
That's
Cochran,
the monkey
man.
behind him and Tommy Hilfiger.
And Malcolm. What about Malcolm?
Keith gave us a vision, man. I mean, he took me and E under his wing. You know, he was older than us, and he looked at us. He treated us like our little brother. A lot of times we didn't have a dime to our name, you know, and he paid for studio time. You know, he bought food, beers.
Everything.
Back then it was 40 ounces.
He sponsored the whole thing. He seen something in us.
I remember y'all used to come to my mom's
He seen the dream.
I used to come to my mom's crib and be all in the back room, and all I used to open the door and just smoke, just come out the motherfucker.
Oh yeah, bro.
Shit. But them writing sessions, I would hear y'all, like I would be coming down the hall and I would just hear somebody spitting, just boom, boom, boom. And it wouldn't be no beat. It wouldn't be no beat. I just hear somebody rapping. Then by the time I got to the room, somebody else started rapping and shit.
Yeah.
And this was, like I said, I was like
that was rehearsal.
9, 10,
yes,
I was
man,
like
you
9,
was a kid.
10.
You was rehearsal, baby.
Yeah. But I grew up
before we went to the studio.
I grew up in hip hop. I was sitting in the
wish
studio.
your brother would have stayed with us because I started sponsoring after that.
Right. I mean, everybody contributed what they could contribute. You know what I'm saying? For the most point, it was our talent, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I brought talent to the table. I wasn't.
But I'm gonna say this.
Getting it. I was
I'm gonna
working.
say this, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Iverson.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro.
Right.
Back then, it was so much harder to get on because you had to sell CDs out the trunk from city to city.
Right.
Now, all you have to do is post on the internet. I don't care if you in backwoods Alabama. If you code, the people gonna see you because you on the internet. That shit is worldwide. You know, back then it was much harder to be from Cleveland and then to try to blow up.
Hey,
so
it's crazy. I don't want to stop because I don't. You know, we can talk about our city. You know, we don't want anybody else saying shit, but man, this is a hard motherfucking place, man.
Facts.
Shit, sometimes we couldn't even get a motherfucking CD where a bitch be like, nigga, nah, I don't want it. Bitch, it's free.
Exactly.
Damn.
Right. You're right. Hey, but it was when we the album officially dropped in Alabama.
Okay.
We was in Alabama
now, that's something I didn't know.
when it came. So me, Katari, and G was in Alabama, and you know, 2,500 CDs came, shrink wrapped.
And they gave us some love in Alabama,
at
man.
$10 a piece,
Alabama
you do the
State
motherfucking
University.
math.
Shout out to Alabama State University.
We had an opportunity to rap at Alabama State, me and Katari. I mean, G was there, and my nigga Darius was DJing, but they was booing us, man. You know what I'm saying? And then Katari started rapping, and you just heard the chick like, shut up and let him rap. Man, he started ripping that bitch, right? So I come on, man. As soon as I go off, man, Katari slammed the mic, man. He should have just seen the security guard rushing him, man. Hey,
the
man,
whole gym. This is like homecoming. This is like homecoming at Alabama State.
I've never performed in front of that, in front of that many people, man.
It was packed.
I mean, you talking about Alabama State College.
$500 mic down.
You know, they
and you from out of town.
We was in the... What was we in the gym?
Yeah, we was in the. This was just homecoming, man. They had their homecoming entertainment.
Gym. I mean, you got black people from everywhere.
I ain't even heard him drop the mic yet, man.
In the country, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I said, y'all like bone? We from Cleveland. They like bone. You just hear the chick like, shut up and let him rap.
So look, we're running out of time. So before we get up out of here, Grown Blak, shout out your socials, man. Where can the people find you if they want to follow you, man, and shout and holler at you? So we'll start with Mr. King Hugh to my right.
King Hugh, man. You can follow me on Facebook, man. Huey Faust, man. The same thing on Instagram, man. Shout out to Cavalli, man. I'm promoting all of my businesses, man. My partners, D-Hawk, doing this thing. Miss Donna, y'all got to
rock
get
with
this
D-Hawk,
book.
man. We rock hard with D-Hawk.
Devil in the Bedroom, man. Miss Donna, y'all got to get that. And also, August 12th, man, will be the next Trap Bingo game. Indigo Lux, 7 to 10 p.m.
We in the building.
4452 Mayfield Road. Let's go.
Make sure you send me that flyer, man, and we'll plug it on the show, man.
No doubt.
All right? You know I got you, Hugh. All right. Mouthpiece.
What's
I know
up?
you don't really do social media all like that, but you do have a Facebook, right?
I mean, no, I got hacked. It got hacked, man.
He got hacked. So,
No,
so you just gonna find Mouthpiece where you find him.
Right. I don't want to be bothered, man. I don't even want to be bothered, man.
Cat, where can they find you,
I'm the same way, bro. I don't do social media, man.
These niggas old, man. Y'all come holler at the kids.
I don't know how to do that.
Before we get up out of here,
if y'all need that album too, shout me out, get my DM, inbox me, man, your email, and I will send you a copy of the CD.
Donations are accepted.
Yes, donations are accepted. I will send you my cash out.
Tim, before we get up out of here, I need you to holler at the OGs one time, man. This would be a little interesting, man.
So I know y'all was saying y'all some old niggas, but I don't care how old y'all is. If it was two celebrities that you could smash, who giving y'all that ass?
Oh, wait. Two celebs.
I wasn't expecting that.
Hey, Hugh, what's our white girl name?
I wasn't expecting that.
What's our white girl name?
Which one?
Hancock wife.
Oh, man.
What's Hancock wife name, man?
I forgot. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know her name.
Her and probably Kelly fucking Rowland.
Kelly fucking Rowland.
Kelly fucking Rowland, bro.
He's always loved Kelly Rowland.
What about you, Monkey
She
Malice?
trying to be your motivation.
Monkey Malice, a.k.a. Grown Folk. Who you smashing, man?
Regina Hall, nigga.
Oh,
my
be
God.
careful how you say that because that's me. So be careful with how I will fight you.
I'm older than you, though. I had her first.
I don't give a shit. I will knock your old ass out over Regina Hall. Okay, we will fight over Regina.
We gonna fight over that. But I like Regina Hall and I can't. So many, man. And I'm Daddy Longstroke. I'm Daddy Longstroke, man. I mean, come on, man. That's an easy, come on.
We gonna cut Huey.
I still have a real big Serena fetish, man. I can't.
Me too, bro.
Right?
Serena, I love you.
Me too, Serena.
And I'm gonna have to go, man. She's a sports commentator, man. Her brother used to play for the Dolphins, man. Her name Joy Taylor, man. I'm in
Joy Taylor. I've heard the name. I'm about to look her up, man.
Hey, Fantasia.
Oh, man.
But listen, man. I cannot explain to you guys how much I wanted to get y'all on the show as a group, man.
I appreciate it,
bro.
bro.
For years, I've been in contact, like separately. Me and EB done ran into each other. You know what I'm saying? Me and Kat done ran into each other. Me and Huey done ran into but never like all of y'all together. So to be able to get y'all on the show, like I can't tell you how excited I've been. I've been literally telling people like how excited I've been to get y'all on the show. I don't like for people to wait till somebody's done to give them their flowers. I'm gonna give y'all flowers right now.
Appreciate it.
Y'all are icons in the hip hop game.
Appreciate that.
I gotta give y'all flowers, man. Y'all are a big part, not just with hip hop, but y'all know that you're a big part of my growing up. Like the reason that I am who I am and how I am and why I am is partly because of the gentlemen that are sitting in this room.
Wow.
All right, so I gotta give y'all flowers on that, man. I want to thank y'all for rocking with us. I want to thank all of y'all that's been watching at home, man. It's been another dope episode. Y'all been killing in the comments, so thank you for all that. I want to shout out next week's guest, man. We are keeping it hip hopped out. I got superstar recording artist, his name is Kidda. All right, and they're gonna be in the building, man, dropping their new music, man. We trying to, make sure we put a platform out for everybody that we can, man. So make sure y'all tune in next week, man. It's been another one. Thank y'all. Tim, get me the fuck up out of here, man. I'm hungry as shit.
100.
Here at Redline Radio LLC to thank all of our great sponsors. Detroit Auto Parts is the official parts store of Redline Radio and home of our original studio. With 2 convenient locations, one on the east side, you can call 216-531-7373, or on the west side, and that west side location is also the home of Redline Radio Studio number 1. You can call them at 216-398-7373. At either location, mention Redline Radio and get 10% off your purchase. Speaking of sponsors that sponsor stations, Growing Wings Adult Services is the official sponsor of the state-of-the-art Studio number 2. Growing Wings Adult Services has over 7 years experience taking care of adults with disabilities. For more information, contact Lisa today at 234-334-7547. And as testified by all their satisfied customers, Dynatech's diamond saw blades are the fastest cutting, longest lasting. Customer satisfaction is how we measure success at Dynatech, and our engineers are always available to help you troubleshoot and solve a problem on your job site. Dynatech is the only saw blade company recommended by the pavement marking manufacturing industry. They're located in Elyria, Ohio. Dynatech is committed to being the top diamond saw blade company around the world. You can contact Dynatech today at 1-800-466-9001, or you can visit their website at dynatech.com. NASCAR fans, if you're looking at getting specialized past or present NASCAR diecast and model car kits, you reach out to Pit Road Diecast. Bill Rabbits and the team are there for all your diecast needs. Call them today, 216-355-2347. Mention Redline Radio and get $5 off your in-store purchase. Let's not forget about the official merchandise provider of all things Redline Radio. That would be Incredible Keepsakes. T-shirts, cups, binders, keychains, you name it, Incredible Keepsakes can make it. The official merchandise provider for Redline Radio LLC and our show hosts. Call Mike and Diane today at 440-242-9648 or check out all their great merchandise at IncredibleKeepsakes.com. As Diane always says, cherished moments are made to last forever. Let's talk about home improvement. When we talk home improvement, we talk Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. Bathrooms, kitchens, windows, doors, siding, radio stations, and so much more. Residential or commercial, call Will today, 440-731-7654, and tell them Redline Radio sent you. Bad Juju still remains the official band of Redline Radio LLC, covering all your favorites from the 80s and 90s. To book Bad Juju today, contact Chad Moon at 440-458-0209. Lucy's Pub is where we go when we like to unwind after a busy day. Located at 2218 Broadview Road in Cleveland, Ohio, Michelle and the staff at Lucy's are always committed to giving their guests the best experience. Join them every Friday night for karaoke and, of course, all your hometown sports games. Call them today, 216-675-0013. Stock car racing fan? I am. The premier stock car racing series in Northeast Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. Redline Radio is proud to sponsor the Ohio Wheelman Series. Still looking for sponsors for 2023? No better way to get your logo out there than on the fastest street stocks in the state. Not to mention, local racers are some of the most loyal people when it comes to supporting local sponsors. Reach out to Will Wiggins today about how you can be a part of the Ohio Wheelman Series. Driveway looking a little rough? Well, we know who to call. ACS, Affordable Concrete Solutions, LLC. Call them today at 440-714-1987 or go to their website, Affordable Concrete Solutions, LLC. You can also email them at Affordable Concrete Solutions, LLC at gmail.com. Looking to advertise with a radio station? Get a hold of Dave at Redline Radio at 440-503-0828. And for all of our programming information, Check out redlineradiolllc.com. You know what else we got there? A 24-hour live radio station playing all kinds of music all day and all night. You can also check us out on social media at Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, LinkedIn. And if you want to take Redline Radio on the go with you, download the Redline Radio LLC app on the Google Play Store.